Well, my name is Clayton Misener. I am 38 years old. The divine detour in my life happened to me in 2009. I was going through a divorce. My career was very slow. There was a recession going on. My sister died of an unexpected brain tumor. She was diagnosed with something real simple, a little walnut behind her forehead. Worst case scenario, they would remove it. She'd lose her sense of smell. She woke up the next morning dead in the hospital, so it was a real bad turn of events. And I had been taking pills, painkillers. I used them and abused them to numb the pain of a lot of that stuff that was going on, the pain of not feeling like I was a good enough provider, feeling like I wasn't a good dad or a good husband from the divorce I was going through, the pain of my sister suddenly passing away. One of my suppliers that I had for pain pills on the black market, I went to his house, asked him if he had, any painkillers, and he said, no, I don't have any painkillers, but I've got this other pain medicine, and it's the most potent thing you can have for pain. They give it to cancer patients. That's cool, but how are we going to do this? He says, well, we have to smoke it. My heart hurt, emotionally I wasn't right. So I said, well, all right, we'll try it. I lit it, took a hit off of it, and that was the last thing I remembered. I woke up with lights above me. I was being rolled through the hallway of the hospital on a gurney. What's going on? Well, you were dead. We arrived on the scene, and we had to bring you back. I had to know the story. I wanted to know what happened. What in the world happened after I took that drug? Because I didn't take it expecting to OD, just numb the pain. So I went back to this person and I said, what happened? He says, man, it's one of the scariest things I've ever experienced. I said, well, what happened? He says, well, you took the hit off of that and you inhaled and you suddenly, you fell over. You fell over and you were stiff as a board. Every muscle in your body was tensed up and you were completely out. And I went over and started smacking you around saying, Clay, you all right? You all right? And no response. He says, I drug you into the shower and, I took your shirt off and I turned on the water and nothing. He says, your heart wasn't beating, nothing was happening. And he said, of course, I had all this stuff here. And, I didn't want to call the cops, and I was scared. He said, dude, you were dead. You were dead. And he said, finally, I called 911, and they said, well, administer CPR. And I tried to give you mouth-to-mouth, but your lungs wouldn't take it. Your lungs wouldn't take my air. And he said, you started to turn colors that I've never seen before. He said, I didn't know what to do. I had a moment there where I thought that I was just going to have to let you die. And I yelled, God, he's got kids. And you were a purple that I've never seen. I leaned your head back and blew into your lungs one more time. And he said, I felt God go through me and into you. And he said, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't even know how to tell you what it felt like. But when you took that air, the EMTs came back in at that moment. They come to my door. They came in the door. They didn't even knock. You'd been gone for a long time. He said, I know there's a God now. I know there's a God. And I know there's a God that wants you here. And I never felt anything like that. And so it was at that moment that I knew that I had a purpose. There's a reason far beyond myself or my selfishness, that God wants me here. That was a very divine moment. I don't know my purpose still, but even if it's just to be here and be a good dad, a good man to my kids, then That's why he wants me here. It still took me a little while to clean my act up and pull my life together, but I did. And I quit doing stupid stuff. If God lays it out in front of me, I'm going to do it because he saved me, and he's got a great plan for me. I know it.